Collection pages in Islandora 8 can be created manually or migrated in via Workbench. In this video, I'll walk you through both processes. To create a collection in Workbench, add the collection as a row in your CSV, being sure to set the resource type as collection and model as collection. You can see my top row here is test collection created in Workbench. If I scroll over, you see my resource type is collection, and my model is also collection. Then for any objects belonging to that collection, enter the collection's ID as the parent ID. So if I scroll over here again, I have these child objects that belong to the collection. My ID for my collection is 55. And so for all of these child objects, I have the parent ID as 55. I also have some compound objects here. So for the parent of the compound object, I have the parent ID is 55. The parent of the child compound objects is the parent compound object. After migration, if you'd like to add a banner image to your collection, you can do that in Drupal. And I'll show you how as part of the process of manually creating a collection. If you'd like to include a thumbnail image during ingest, there are two extra steps. First, you'll need to add an extra configuration to your YAML configuration file called additional files. And then under that, add thumbnail and the term ID for the thumbnail image term in your site's Islandora media use taxonomy. To find the term ID for the thumbnail image term, go to your site and click Structure, Taxonomy, and then choose Islandora media use. Oops, looks like we missed the taxonomy. There we go. Islandora media use, and click on list terms. And then we're going to find the thumbnail image term, and I'm going to hover on the edit. And at the bottom of my browser, I can see URL, and there's taxonomy /term/8. So 8 is the term ID for the thumbnail image term. So I'm going to put 8 in my YAML file. So after you found your term ID, you're going to add and updated your configuration file. You're going to add a thumbnail column to your CSV. So if I scroll all the way to the end, I've added this thumbnail column, and that's where you're going to put the name of the thumbnail images. So for this collection, I have a thumbnail called collection thumbnail.png. Now you're ready to ingest your spreadsheet and media files using Workbench. Now I'm going to talk about how to manually create a collection within Drupal. We're going to start at the admin content page. So from here, we're going to go to the admin menu, and we're going to go to content, and then add content, repository item. And we're going to call this collection example. We need to make sure to set the resource type as collection. I'm going to scroll all the way down to the model field because we need to set that as collection too. And to add a banner image, we can go to main banner, and I'm going to choose a file on my desktop. And I have to add some alternative text. And if you wanted to put some descriptive text to appear at the top above the objects that are in the collection, you could add something here. I'll just add a little bit of lorem ipsum text here. And then I'm going to click save. That's really all you need to put in here. You don't need to really include any metadata. If you wanted this to be a sub-collection, you could make it be a member of another collection. And we don't need any display hints or anything, so I'm just going to click save. And there we have our collection with our banner image. And you'll notice we don't have any objects in our collection yet because we haven't set any objects to belong to this collection, but we do have our collection. Now, if you want to add a thumbnail image to this collection from within Drupal, from this collection node, we're just going to go up here and click edit. And then we're going to find the media tab. And we're going to add media. I'm going to choose image. And I'm going to find my collection thumbnail. Now, one note here is that these thumbnails can be a PNG or JPEG file. They cannot be TIFF files. And I'm going to set the media use as a thumbnail image. And it's best if thumbnail images are 650 by 650 pixels square, or at least 550 by 550. And I'm going to click save. And if I go back to the site, my thumbnail has been added. And if I go to Browse Collections, we see my thumbnail along with our example collection. In the next video, I'm going to talk about creating an object from within